We're back with ABC News anchor Diane Macedo, who was recently diagnosed with ADHD, and she's taken her journey from the halls of reporting on ABC News into social media to shed light. How has it been? Has it been liberating to share this story on social media, especially?
Well, it has, because it's a way of me paying it forward. The way that I found this out was by watching all these social media clips. I kept seeing all these videos on Instagram about adult ADHD and finding them all really funny and relatable. But my response, honestly, was, well, everybody's brain works like that. I mean, I don't have ADHD, and I do that too. Narrator, she does have ADHD. But I didn't know that at the time, and it took an embarrassingly long time for me to finally say, hey, wait a minute.
Yeah. How has it affected your relationships now that you have the diagnosis, especially with your children?
I think with my kids, it's made me a better parent because in so many ways, I mean, kids lack executive function in so many ways that people with ADHD do too, even when you reach adulthood. And so in learning to give myself grace for things, I've learned to give them grace. In learning to set up better systems for myself, I've learned to set them up for them as well. And I think it made a huge impact on my marriage.
You researched and interviewed so many people and continue to do so. Where do you think we are? Are we in a better place of understanding ADHD?
We are in a much better place. We have a long way to go. And so one of the things that I have seen is I interview a lot of women who are being diagnosed because they take their kids in to get diagnosed. And now the doctor sits them down and says, your child has ADHD, here's what that means. And what they then hear is an exact description of themselves. Wow. And they say, wait, but I do all those things. And I even interviewed one mother where the pediatrician said, well, you know, this runs in families, so since you have it, it's not, oh yes, it does run in families. Oh, wow. And so if you have a child with ADHD, there's a high chance at least one parent has it as well. And so I interviewed one woman who took her son or daughter, I can't remember now, to get diagnosed, and the pediatrician said, well, you know, it runs in families, so the fact that you have it would make sense that she has it too. And she said, what? And the pediatrician realized, like, oh, you don't know. And so a lot of women are not only getting alerted to this by social media like I did, or they're getting alerted by their kids' doctors in describing the symptoms to them, and they then realize, oh, wow, that sounds like me. I should go get an evaluation.
You know, I could hear, obviously, the laughter in the audience, and that's because that is a version of amen. Because that's people not laughing at the situation. It is, wow. That's me.
Right, you can relate, right?
That's me. I glanced up, and I won't point them out, but I saw a woman sitting between, I think, her son and her husband, and she was like, that laughter is the amen of the 20 million people who are in this country diagnosed with ADHD, and the millions, probably more, who don't know. That's why we did this hour. Thank you, Diane. You are brilliant. You can follow Diane on Instagram and catch her ABC News Live first Monday through Fridays from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. Eastern. We'll be right back.